Hi, I'm Stu from Hive Mind Automation and welcome to the Hive. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at this Nanoleaf Essentials light bulb. As always, we're going to take a look at the claims on the box, we'll do an unboxing, and then we're going to get it set up. Now at the moment, there's not a native Home Assistant integration for the Nanoleaf Essentials range, but I'm hoping that the upcoming Home Assistant Yellow will be a big step in the right direction to change that. In the meantime, we'll just be looking at the native Nanoleaf app, and we'll also need to talk a little bit about the way that these lights connect to our smart home, because they are not necessarily Wi-Fi or Zigbee, and while they have Bluetooth, that's not the only way for them to communicate with your smart home. So while I roll the intro, take a moment to subscribe and hit the bell icon to get notified when I release new videos each week. And if you'd like to support the channel, check out my affiliate links or my Buy Me a Coffee link in the video description as well. Now, let's get started. So I picked up this Nanoleaf Essentials A60 light bulb from Bunnings the other day for $28 in the lighting section. And it's a 9-watt, 806 lumen LED globe, although the Bunnings website does say that it's 1100 lumens. They're also available in a 3-pack for $99, which is more expensive than buying 3 individually. So I'm not really sure how that's supposed to work, but I digress. These globes are RGB and white, and this particular one fits in a B22 fitting, so it should work fine in any of my regular light fittings around the house in the ceiling. Now, I've shown you my Nanoleaf LED panels in the past, and those are really cool. So I wanted to give another device from Nanoleaf a try. One of the things that caught my eye about this light bulb in particular is that it is Thread enabled. If you've not heard of Thread, it's a new smart home standard, and according to the Thread Group website, it was designed with one goal in mind: to create the best way to connect and control products in the home and in buildings. It's got built-in security, a low energy footprint, and it's backed by some of the world's biggest brands, including Apple, Amazon, and Google. And each new Thread-enabled accessory can be set up to extend the coverage of the Thread network because it creates a mesh network. I will be doing a bigger intro to Thread video coming up, so be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on that when it does come out. Now, one of the downsides of the Nanoleaf Essentials range is that the Home Assistant integration for a Nanoleaf just doesn't yet support the Nanoleaf Essentials accessories. So we're going to have to take a look at an alternative method to get this light into Home Assistant. For now, let's take a quick look around the box. And right on the front, we've got that it's the A60 and it's B22. It's got 16 million plus colors, 100 to 240 volts at 50 to 60 hertz, and it works with Apple HomeKit. Now, this might just be one of the cheapest standalone light bulbs with built-in HomeKit support that's available on the market right now. So if your smart home is purely Apple HomeKit, you could do far worse than this bulb. There's not much on this side other than the App Store and Google Play. And then on the back, we've got some more specs. So we've got the 16 plus million colors, vibrant colors or tunable white light. We've got circadian lighting, which automatically adjusts the color temperature throughout the day. And there's an asterisk next to that that will denote some requirements around Apple's adaptive lighting within HomeKit. So we see that it's Thread enabled for improved reliability with a compatible border router. And we've got custom schedules to wake up naturally to sunrise colors. We've also got some social media links and a web link there on the side. And on this last side, we see that we have 806 lumens of brightness, 1 to 100% dimming. It's got 25,000 hour lifespan, and it has a 9 watt rating, which is equivalent to a 60 watt bulb. The rated power is 9 watts. The rated input is 100 to 240 volts at 50 or 60 hertz. The color temperature is 2700 to 6500 K with RGB CW, dimmable via app or voice, and the dimensions are 6 centimeters by 11 centimeters, and don't dispose of the bulb in unsorted waste. And down here we've got some compliance logos here, and thread is mentioned here, and also it's got this Bluetooth logo here. So you can either control it via Bluetooth or thread. So now that we've looked at the box and spoken a little bit about thread, let's get this thing out of the box. Now, to do that, we've got a little flap under the bottom of the box at the back, and we can pull that out, and we slip the outer sleeve off, and I'll pop that over here. And then we can open the top of the box here. We've got a little Nanoleaf card in here with our home kit pairing code on the back. I might need that later on. We have a quick start guide in here as well, and there's a little cardboard stabilizer in here to keep the bulb stable, and then we've got the bulb itself. Now, the first thing to notice is that the bulb isn't your standard rounded teardrop shape. It's got this interesting faceted shape to the bulb that I've not seen in any other brands. The build quality feels really good, and the printing on the sides of the bulb feels like it's slightly raised or maybe lowered. It's either laser etched or screen printed, and it's got some specs, and it's also got our home kit QR pairing code here as well. So let's plug it in and get it set up. I'm going to set this up I've just got a little light fixture here, which I'll put over on this camera, and I'll plug that into power. And straight away, it's come on at a kind of semi-warm white, which is a nice high quality white color. It's quite bright as well, almost blinding me here. And I'll pop over to my iPhone here, and we'll take a look at the app. So I'm going to go to my smart home menu here, and then I've got Nanoleaf, and you've seen the Nanoleaf app in the past when we set up our hexagons. What I'm going to do is I'm going to tap on the 3-dot stack here in the bottom right. I'm going to tap on my devices, and I'm going to tap on the plus button here. And I'm looking in here I've got the essentials across the top, and we can either pair an A19 bulb or an essentials bulb. I'm going to assume that A60 and A19 are the same, so let's tap pair on the A19 and we'll go for the bulb. So we can either scan a setup code or hold it near the accessory. If I hold it near the accessory, we should be able to get the NFC to work. I'm just going to try and scan this code. I'm going to use the card to do that though. So we've got that code, we've got a light, and I'm going to add to home. It's connecting to the light, so make sure that it stays connected to power and nearby. Okay, so now we need to choose the location of the light. I'm going to put this one in the ensuite. Tap continue on that. I'm going to give this a name of ensuite light and tap continue. Check this box for when the last person leaves home turn off. That's just going to add it to an automation, so I'll tap continue and then light added to the hive, so done. So we've got the ensuite light here on the Nanoleaf app, and if I tap that, we see we've got warm white, and we can start changing the color temperature of the light, and we actually get a number down in the bottom left here. So we've got 6,000, or we've got in the low 2,000s here, so 2,100 I think I saw there. And we've also got the brightness that we can drag here as well, or a mix of the colors I should say, and brightness across the top there, which also moves that mix of the colors. It's very responsive. It's super responsive, which is actually one of the great things about Thread, is the responsiveness of the Thread protocol. I'll turn the light off. That was super quick, like off and on. It's almost as if it knows that I was about to tap the switch, and it just turned off and then on. It's very responsive. We've got some preset colors here. So we've got kind of this yellowy color here. We've got a bluey color here. We've got a reddish kind of pinky color here, almost a watermelon. Yellow, a green, another blue, and a weird gray. If I go into like full saturation on the red, purple, blue, turquoise, green, and yellow, that's all looking pretty standard. The color reproduction is fantastic on this light. It really looks great. And the responsiveness is second to none. I've seen nothing like this level of responsiveness from a smart gadget in quite some time. If I tap the scene button here, we have some different scenes. So we've got a warm light scene, we've got a reading light scene, and we've got a daylight scene, and we can add different scenes, but we do need to update the firmware of the Nanoleaf device to do that. So I'll do that in a little bit. And we've got some favorites, so we can add some scenes here to favorites. And again, we need to update our firmware for that to be supported. In the top right-hand corner, we can tap on here and we can see some different settings. So power loss recovery, restore the last on and off state of your lights before the power loss. I'm going to turn that on because I don't want the light to come on if it was off and we lose power. We can also see some device name, the serial number, the model number, firmware version, and the hardware version. And we can tap this identify button, and that identify button is going to make it flash. So we can find the light bulb in a group, and we can also delete it. I'm going to back out here, and I'm going to tap update firmware up here. So update your devices to the latest features. Head over to the More tab and firmware updates to update now. So I'm going to tap on the three dot menu, the kebab menu in the bottom right hand corner, and then More and firmware updates. And I'm going to update it from 1.2.13 to 1.6.35. So we'll hit update, and it says, please ensure your mobile device is in the same room as the Essentials device during the update. I'll tap continue on that. So that's going to download and install the firmware patch. It is going to mean that the device is temporarily unreachable though.
9 minutes later.
Okay, so that software update took a lot longer than I had anticipated. Probably took around about 10-ish minutes, maybe more. But it is completed now. So the ensuite light is now all up to date. Something I will mention here is I think if we go to here, you might notice on this camera that there's some strobing on the camera. I can tell you that that is not visible with the light. That's a function of the rolling shutter with the GoPro that I'm using as my B camera here. It's certainly not visible to the naked eye. That will be partly dimming. We'll be using pulse width modulation in order to dim the light. Certain brightnesses, you won't even actually see that on the camera there. But at full brightness, it certainly comes up. I will say that the color reproduction of this light is really great. The red, the blue, the green, they all look really, really good. And the cool to warm white is quite brilliant as well. It's really, really nice light. And for $28, I think you would be hard pressed to get something that is this good and this responsive. This responsiveness is just unheard of. Like, there's no discernible latency between tapping the toggle button and the light actually changing. Now, something I will mention here is that even though we were just looking at the Nanoleaf app there, if we go into Apple HomeKit, we'll just tap continue there, and we've got adaptive lighting has popped up, and lights will choose an appropriate color for the right time of day. Dimming your lights will result in a warmer light. I'm going to go not now with that, but if we scroll through here, we'll see that we've got the ensuite light here, and again, we can tap that off and on, and it is almost instantaneous, the change in the color there. We've got the colors that we can choose there, and it's also got the adaptive light as well, and we can change that back to a warm white. I'm just going to dim that down a bit. If we tap on the gear icon next to in the bottom right hand corner, we can choose the room, we can include it in the favorites or not, add it to some automations, we can add it to some scenes as well. We can group it with other accessories, and we've got the manufacturer details, the serial number, etc. So the HomeKit integration is seamless, and that's actually part of the pairing process. It used that HomeKit functionality to do that pairing. Thread connectivity just makes it so responsive. I know I've said that about 6 times now, but it is just phenomenal how responsive this light is. So that is the Nanoleaf Essentials A60 light bulb and the native pairing option using Thread. Now, I think this is a fantastic light bulb, and I'm really excited about Thread and its implications for the smart home moving forward. The color output from this globe is great, and the color temperature is excellent as well. The range is perfect. The price at $28 a globe isn't outrageous either, and that's going to help to lower the cost of entry into the Thread ecosystem. Now, if you don't have a Thread border router such as a HomePod Mini like what I have here, or the Nanoleaf hexagons also can act as a Thread border router, you can still make use of this globe using the Bluetooth functionality, but it is absolutely worth noting that if you do so, the responsiveness will not be as good. There are YouTube videos on the internet of exactly this globe taking several seconds to respond when connected using Bluetooth versus the nearly instantaneous responsiveness that you get from the Thread integration. As always, let me know your thoughts about this light bulb in the comments section down below, and tell me if you're excited to see more Thread accessories. We will be doing more videos about Thread coming up soon, so be sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you get notified about those videos as they come out. That's all I have for this video, and I do hope that it helped you in your home automation journey. Be sure to comment below with home automation ideas you'd like to see covered in future videos. And if you're not already subscribed, please consider doing so now, and be sure to hit the bell icon to get notified when I release new videos each week. And while you're at it, don't forget to follow HiveMind Automation on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. If you like this video, hit the thumbs up button down below to give it a like. And if you're looking to support the channel and you're looking for a VPN provider, there is an affiliate link in the video description for NordVPN. I chose to partner with NordVPN because they have the best infrastructure of any of the VPN providers I've seen. They have a strict no logs policy, and all of their servers are distributed all over the planet. They've got apps for just about every platform, including Windows, Mac, Linux, iOS, and Android. So that means no matter what platform you're using, you can benefit from protecting your sensitive information while you browse the web, no matter where you are in the world. So get a VPN today and use my link below to sign up for NordVPN. Lastly, if you like what I'm doing but you're not in the market for a VPN provider but you want to support the channel, there's a Buy Me a Coffee link in the video description as well. Contributions made through Buy Me a Coffee will be put towards making more and better content for you to enjoy. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Stu from HiveMind Automation, and I'm looking forward to seeing you next time. Bye for now.